What do you have another fight coming up June 2nd, right?
Right.
And you're going to be fighting down in South Philly in what used to be the New Alhambra, which is now the ECW Center, I think.
That's what I heard. I'm actually not sure.
It's a great arena, despite the name confusions. I think it's a 7 Rittner Ave.
Actually, yeah,
Yep.
7 Renner.
And do you know who you're going to be fighting?
They actually changed it up so many
Really?
times at this point. Just like Anthony said that I don't know, and it doesn't really matter at this point. It's just like you got to prepare for whatever comes at you.
Nice.
I mean, like there's always that chance I'm gonna lose, but you know what? I'm not training to lose. I'm training to win.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that really matters. If I'm doing 20 sprints, I gotta at the end of the night do 21 because I gotta get that extra one in. Just because I know he's training that much harder than me, so I gotta train that much more harder than him.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, are you planning on just incrementally like working your way up through amateur ranks here in Philly? Or are you looking to take fights in other places? Or are you just taking it as it comes?
Pretty much taking it as it comes. I mean, I'm definitely in no rush to jump to pro. I mean, obviously sooner than later, I want to be UFC champ. I want that belt around my waist someday. It's like somehow someday, just want that belt around my waist, and that'll be like the end of that journey. And I mean, there's still more to that journey,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean that'll be my biggest goal at this point. But definitely no rush. Like it's not gonna come any easier just jumping there.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing comes easy, you just jumping right to it. I rather, take my time. If I gotta take a loss in the amateur a couple times, I'll take my losses because I feel like my amateur losses won't hurt me as much as a loss in my pro.
Mm-hmm.
I lose in my pro,
Absolutely, yeah.
it's bad. And I mean, like I said, I had guys from Tiger Showman's. I had guys like Anthony, had Mike Wink over there at Fight Sports, and you got Eddie, Nick Pace, you got Lyman, Good. Like I can name so many people right now. Like I really got to thank them because, like Anthony will sit down and talk to me. Like Anthony Galliano will sit down and talk to me. Mike Wink will sit down and talk to me. Eddie will sit down and talk to me. And they always tell me like different viewpoints of the game. And it's like they don't want to see anything bad happen to me. I'm 18,
Mm-hmm.
just getting into it. Pretty much when it comes down to it, I'm not in any rush. Like that one fight kind of got me up a lot. And, you don't want your head getting too big.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like everything's happened really quick. I kind of gotta sit back and just go with the flow. I don't want to rush anything.
And that fight was at 155. Is that where you see yourself staying, or do you think you go higher? I mean, you definitely
I
want
don't
to
know
go lower,
about
right?
that. I want to go lower than that.
What are you
I don't
right
want to
now?
fight Eddie. Because I mean, you look at me, you look at Eddie. Eddie looks like a freaking beast. And I look like a little pansy. look, I'm so skinny.
What do you weigh right now? You think? Did you have to cut a lot of weight for that fight?
For that fight, I was at 165 for that fight, and they cut down to 150 on weigh-in day. I weighed in at 150.
Wow.
So, I mean, gradually, I think I can make it to 145.
Oh, so
I want to make it 35, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Really?
I don't think that's ever happened.
You don't think you don't think you're going to continue to like bulk up and possibly?
I am bulking up for this fight, actually.
Do you think you might be you might have to go higher than 155, or do you think you'll never?
I don't want
always
to do that. I don't
yeah.
think I'm ever going to do that. I mean,
How
I am 18.
tall are
I'm
you?
still grown. I'm like 5'10".
5'10". Okay.
And so I'm like a tall 55.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of guys at 55, they're usually like 5'6", 5'8". I'm 5'10".
GSP's 5'10".
Yeah. And what is he? Middleweight?
Yeah.
Middleweight now, right? Like 170.
Yep, 170.
So I mean, yeah, it's like I don't want to go too heavy. I don't think I'll be real strong at those weights. I'd rather go down, bulk up, get real big, and then go to 45 and be big at 45. Because I think I can actually make 45, but I don't want to go down there and be too weak either. So
Yeah.
just kind of play it out and see what happens.
So
This fight might be at 50 or 45. We're not too sure yet.
Oh, really? Okay. Cool, man. We're definitely looking forward to that fight. And is there anyone that you want to call out right now? Just give thanks to, or any shouts you want to give out?
Definitely want to thank Tiger Showman's for everything. Thad Campbell, God, first and foremost, all-time God, for getting me here, for doing everything for me. I gotta thank God, and I think everybody should always thank God because That's where it comes down to.
Are you a pretty religious guy? Do you go to church every week? Or?
I mean, I'm not the most religious guy. I don't go to church every week, but when it comes down to it, like that is my father. I grew up a little rough. Like my dad lives in California. My mom lives in North Philly. My mom loves me. I know my mom's always in there for me. And no disrespect to my dad. Like he's not a jerk or anything, but he hasn't really been there for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for real, the people I gotta thank: my aunt Nancy, my uncle Angel, my aunt Didi Carmen, my uncle Carlos, and my two grandparents that have took care of me my entire life, Maria Guzman and Felix Guzman, all the time. No matter what I need, those people have always been there for me. Like, I don't know where I would be without those people, and those people have instilled God in me. Actually, one of the guys you met earlier, I don't know if I introduced you to, Raymond, we actually talked a couple of days ago. We were at the diner, and we were just talking about, like, you know, going around talking to people about God and, like, opening people up. Because, yeah, I'll be a little prick, I'm a little jerk sometimes, but, you know, it's all about, you know, there's fighting out in the cage, there's fighting out in the street, but there's also, like, a spiritual warfare also. You know, you got to instill that also. Like, you have to be at peace with yourself, become one with yourself, and you have to, like, remember why you're here. Like, that the king's up there. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, God, number one over everything. I told her I'd do this, so I love you, Brianna. Thank you. You're always there for me. That's my girlfriend. I love her family. They're always there for me, too. So, I mean, I told her I'd shout out for her, because, I mean, no matter what, that girl's stuck behind me. If I was her, I wouldn't be dealing with my boyfriend getting in there, fighting and taking a beating. But no matter what, she like, if I say, oh man, babe, I need to go train, I'm sorry. No, she's like, do what you love. Go get it done. As long as you're not out here selling drugs, fighting people. She's like, go do what you love. Make sure you're good at it. And then, as long as you're doing something constructive, she doesn't care. Like, as long as I'm doing what I love and it's not something crazy. And then she'll support me 100%. She was at the fight. She's always there for me.
We very much appreciate her putting up with it and letting you get out there and fight. And I really appreciate you talking. And,
thanks, buddy.
We can't wait to see you June 2nd, right?
June 2nd, Thursday night fights at Locked in the Cage, guys. Hope to see you there.
And yeah, man, we just can't wait to see it. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.